Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 54 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Hope you guys are doing well. Ready to check out some more pillars with me. It's your boy, GGF. We're going to get it in today, guys. Have some fun. We're at the Charred Barrel. Try to remember what we were doing here. We're in the Brackenbury district, which I think houses the sanitarium. And actually, we were going to come in here and talk to these peeps, okay? Did we come down here?
Sure.
I think we did. Nobles. Good evening to you. Lady Gutterman, I would have never believed it. Come in here and see what's shaking. Bacon. Western Barbican. Construction completed. Killasses. Ilyana Renault. Mort Dugess. Let's talk to Mort. You see a group of children shouting, twisted laughter erupting from two small mouths. An eyeless boy, face grown over with strange black tusks, cowers against a log. His small shoulders shake as he whispers to himself, trying to block out the relentless trail of insults. Freak, monster, death head. The boy stays long after the other children leave. You see the same eyeless boy, now a man many years later. Another group crowds him. But this time it is an audience. He tells a long joke about a ghost in a privy, and by the time he reaches the punchline, the crowd is yelling, starting to sound very much like the first. Mort Dugest, a death godlike. Glasses. You see a pair of chain gloves sitting on a table between two men. The gloves are inlaid with gold runes and glow with a faint blue aura. This man stands on one side of the table, and across from him is another man dressed in arcane robes. The man retrieves a small pouch and hands it to the wizard, telling him to count it to ensure his entire payment is there. The wizard smiles, giving the man a half bow, and then empties the pouch into his hand. You wanted these gloves protected from thieves and other unsavory characters, he says, dropping the coins piece by piece back into the bag. Put them on and they will never leave you. The man slowly slips his hand into the gloves, a look of satisfaction on his face. His smile falters a little once they're on his hands. The gloves flash briefly and then start making a light metallic tinkling noise. The look of satisfaction quickly becomes one of concern, and he grabs at the gloves, trying to pull them from his hands. His fingers tug at the openings, but they have shrunk, trapping his hands inside. The metal begins to work its way into his skin, small drops of blood appearing on the surface of the gloves. The man drops to his knees, fighting with them and crying in pain. The gloves constrict until they've completely shrunk around the man's hands, becoming one with the flesh. The man looks in horror at his hands and up at the wizard, who has finished counting his money and is standing at the door. You certainly won't be losing them now, he says, stepping through the door, slamming it behind him, leaving the man on the floor staring at his hands. Yikes. That is crazy, son. Ilyana Renault. You see a woman sway, her voice floating gloriously above the court, lilting and sweet. It twists around them, and they smile enraptured as she palms their hearts one by one. She begins to dance, but something in her step is offbeat. She pauses, confused, a snatch of some foreign sound in the air, competing, resisting. It takes her a moment to spot him, a small man with a single brow chanting under his breath, disrupting her song with his staccato incantation. She intensifies the dance, the swing of her hips wider, her feet a flicker above the square tile ground, the underlying chant in her own song more persuasive. His lips twist intently, vibrating with the effort of countering her charm, and then a note, crystal clear, bright and tinkling. He begins to smile dazedly as her song continues, and he forgets all about resisting. She has won the day and the court.
Light, flame, and sound.
I see where you're going with that.
Unlocked. 19 Fennings. I don't think we can safely grab them. This map of the Deerwood and Air Glonfoth appears to predate the discovery of some of the ruins in the east. It's signed by the cartographer, Abelhart Scarian. Alright, so I think we're done up here, right? We dealt with Merwith, right? Head down. And we'll head out. And explore more of Brackenbury. Oh no, let's go down to the basement. Did we go to the basement yet? I want to say we did. Yeah, that's right. There were bandits down there. Okay. Alright, very good. We talked to the understudy, talked to Thirstwain. Alright.
I shall be discreet. You've been on your own for 5 years,
I've had Itamok.
but you can't talk to him.
My standards changed around year 2.
Jalistra the Palzerker Stobar. You feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a dark room. Noise filters in through a nearby doorway. The sounds of battle, scuffling, metal on metal, cries of pain, rise and fall as a fight rages on outside. There's a bellow of rage, and Azora runs into the room holding a book tightly against its chest. It looks around frantically, searching for something. It hurries to the far side of the room and opens a box sitting on a makeshift table. It places the book in the box, closes it, and then bends over to push the box under the table. A small stone hits the back of the Zorb's head, knocking it forward a little, the stone bouncing to the ground, rattling a little as it comes to rest on the floor next to the Zorb's foot. It freezes in place, hands still on the box, eyes wide. As the clattering of the stone quiets, silence takes control of the room again. The battle outside has stopped. It spins around to find this woman standing in the doorway, leaning on a savage-looking two-handed sword. That book contains the answers I need. She snarls at it, moving forward. It hisses, rushing to meet her. Seconds later, she's retrieving the stone from the floor, having separated its head from its neck with a practiced flick of the sword. She smiles, kisses the stone, and then places it in a pouch on her belt, patting it fondly. Leaning over, she pulls the box from under the table and opens it, elated with her find. So you took down a Zorb for that. Isabel? As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this woman's soul. You see a lush forest, quiet and dark in the early morning light. This woman walks through the trees, a captivated look on her face. She doesn't appear to have a particular destination in mind as she wanders slowly between the enormous trunks, looking up through the branches and occasionally making a low chirping sound. When a responding chirp echoes through the quiet morning, she turns the head in that direction, obviously not concerned with losing her way. A loud metallic snap, followed by a quick yelp, cuts through the air, and she looks to it, focusing in the direction from which the sound came. She moves toward it, on the verge of running. She seems to realize suddenly that caution is important and freezes, looking down, her foot hovering over the pressure plate on a well-hidden bear trap. She leans back and gingerly places her foot back on the ground next to the trap. She looks around, anger darkening her features. Grabbing a nearby branch, she presses down on the plate and disables the trap. When it snaps shut, she hears another yelp, this time much closer. Scanning the ground for more traps, she carefully makes her way toward the trapped animal. Rounding one of the trees, she spies him, a large wolf, bony with malnourishment, right hind leg held tight in the rusty metal teeth. He looks at her and a low growl starts in the back of his throat. His hackles rise, and she pauses briefly to let him catch her scent. She lowers herself closer to the ground and holds her hands out, palms down, in front of her. "Aren't you a beautiful boy?" She inches towards the wolf.
Laying low.
Alright, so we're going to be exploring Brackenbury a bit here. Let's see what this place is. The, Raymont Manor. We'll come up here. Get a little of St. Garen's horn, I think that is. No, Adameth's wort. I guess we can check out the Raymont Manor. We don't really have... I mean, we have places we could be in terms of quests to do, but I'm just exploring a bit now.
Light, flame, and sound.
Here we have Raymont's servant. The master and his gods don't take kindly to uninvited guests. Raymont guard, speak softly around the Lord's daughter, Lynetta. She's sensitive. Wow, this place is huge. Something on the table, 145 skates, and potion of wizard's double. Oh, the Raymont guard didn't see that. Lord Raymont may seem like a harsh man, but he's also fair and generous. Arrayed Saren morality play, we read that before. Linaire, Raymont. Father never reads to me. He's always busy with his own books. Let's come over here. We've got the labels all perfectly angled outward, boast an array of fine vintages. However, they're all coated in dust. Raymont's poultry on the table. Let's go talk to Lord Raymont over here. Or actually, let's come up here first, in the kitchen.
I shall be discreet.
Light, flame, and sound.
Raymont's servant. The skins are so bright and red, it looks as if someone has taken the time to polish each fruit individually. Lord Raymont doesn't like it when his servants talk to his guests. Spirits. Sprigs of dried lavender and rosemary infuse the kitchen with a fresh aroma. The master and his guards don't take kindly. Yeah. Uninvited guests. Alright. Let's come talk to Lord Raymont. We have to tell him perhaps that there's been
I shall be discreet.
a try on his life. The ledger lists quantities of wheat, copper, and weirwool. A deep crease along the spine suggests that the book never closes.
Good day to you.
Lord Raymont holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, he has the sallow complexion and restless air of a man who devotes all of his days and most of his nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendant. I don't have time for unexpected visitors. Tell me about yourself. He snaps the pages in his hands. I am lord of this house and not prone to idle chatter. If you have no business here, I suggest you be off. He doesn't look up from his papers.
Gods keep you.
He sighs and shuffles a stack of papers. You again. Give letter. I've uncovered a plot to rob you. He lowers the papers and looks at you for the first time. Is that so? Let me see that. He scans the parchment with the speed of an expert clerk. Lost the thief's letter. When he returns his attention to you, his tone is brisk and businesslike. You've done this house and this city a great service. I'm certain you will consider this an adequate reward for your labors. 3,366 XP. Wow. Crazy. What's so important about this gem? The heart of White March is their nearly flawless diamond. It's also the patrimony of the dwarves of White March. It was seized by an Adiran lord in the early days of colonization, and the dwarves haven't forgotten it. Now the knights and the dozens are both bidding for it to make a peace offering to the dwarves. He shrugs. Whichever party buys it, the dwarves will make useful allies for Defiance Bay, especially these days. You've gained 2,000 copper. Ring of Unshackling. The letter was signed AD. Does that mean anything to you? I suspect it means Abercon Dominel. The scion of House Dominel. A look of disgust crosses his face. A pampered, pandered lad, if there ever was one. He's ruthless, I'll give him that much. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the wits to match his appetites. Tell me about House Domino. They were once an eminent and admired house. Now they're just a den of thieves. Back in the Deerwoods colonial days, the Dominels were respected members of the ducal court, which is why it was so surprising that they remained loyal to Adir during Hadret's rebellion. When Hadret and the Deerwood won independence, the Dominels lost their favor but not their wealth. Rather than return to Adir like other loyalist houses, they dug their heels in here and turned from politics to commerce. He shrugs. In one way of looking at it, they simply partnered with the wrong side. Not that they haven't prospered since in their own way. He rubs his jaw. Lately, they've been seeking to carve out a new niche for themselves, one right between the Crucible Knights and the Dozens, it seems. What will you do now? Lord Raymont pinches crisp, sharp creases into the note. Eliminate the competition. And we don't have an intellect. Okay, farewell. And no level up still. Wow. Is anybody close to level up? My eyes are kind of failing me today. Oh yeah, real close. Okay, so picked up a ring of unshackling. Wait, we have this. Oh yeah, it is that ring. Suppress affliction 2 per rest. He's got one. I think Kana would probably be good for that. Get rid of the afflictions twice per rest if we remember it. Find mail. Snowcap. Kana's using hand and key. Sagani's using plate armor. He's using Saints War. Yeah, everybody else is using pretty good armor. We can probably sell the fine mail armor. But alright, 2,000 coins. We're up to 7,000.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
And there is
not
an Adira clothing. I can lockpick this and maybe level
Give me
up.
a real challenge.
Nope. Scroll of Prayer Against Fear. I guess that's it. Alright, so very good. We completed that little shindig quest. Let's come out and head up the steps and see what we can pilfer. Raymont Servant. The old serving woman regards you with bleary eyes. Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to return downstairs. Visitors aren't permitted on the upper floor. Go back downstairs. Okay, so that is that. Raymont. Estate for now.
I've never been to Nasitak. Is it very cold? What creatures
Lay
wander
low.
the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out some parchment for notes.
Ask whatever you want. If I don't know, I'll make something up.
Alright, let's trying to keep up with the different characters and stuff as we go. Timothy Whitewater, Rocco Francis Whitebrows. Let's check Whitewater. You see this man kneeling naked before a dais in the center of a large round room. Across the room, opposite from where he kneels, stands a large throne. The throne's back and 2 of its legs are broken, rendering it unusable and causing it to tilt precariously on its stand. The room is ringed with figures clad in black robes, each chanting quietly, resulting in a low drone that pervades the room. On the dais, across the brazier, is another robed figure holding a leather-bound book with charred marks on it. He is speaking to the naked man about fealty, dedication, and law. When he finishes, he bids the others to rise and holds the book out to him over the burning coals in the brazier. The naked man nods, and the robed man drops the book into the fire. The naked man drops to one knee, briefly pressing his forehead to the side of the brazier, then stands and thrusts both of his hands into the coals at the bottom of the brazier. He retrieves the book, slowly presenting it to the robed figure before him. The man rubs his thumb on the ash that is collected on the cover of the book and uses it to draw a mark on the naked man's forehead over the burned flesh. The naked man bows his head and whispers, "Was that right, Da?" The robed man nods patiently. The naked man looks to the broken throne with childlike eyes. "Did you see that, Mum?" Interesting to do it so early in life. A weird ritual. Rocco Francis Whitebrows. You see a burly man inspecting a dilapidated inn, the Almua salesman almost dwarfing him as they walk through the once proud establishment. The walls are rife with stains, and only Wow knows what else smeared on every available surface. Not one thing stands unbroken, and moth-eaten blankets, rotting food, and trash give evidence to a succession of squatters. The man frowns, scrutinizing the space. The Almua gives him a final offer, flashing 2 white teeth with each syllable. Oversized and threatening. With a sigh and a jingle, as he hands over the coin pouch, the man acquires the dump of an inn and begins to plan. Very cool.
Light, flame, and sound.
We'll keep it moving. Here we've got a cocoa. This sweet-smelling powder is an exotic good hailing from Valian markets. Its chief use in the Deerwood is the creation of the delicacy known as chocolate. Right, we knew about that. There isn't so much as a spot on these oranges. Beautiful oranges. And I like to sneak all around, guys, if you don't know, just because, you never know when you're going to find a hidden treasure. For some reason, I can't seem to click that. Here we have something down here, a building. It is Hadrit House. The Hadrit House. That must be where Admeth Hadrit used to live. Well, I'll be. The marble at the base has been worn smooth by the passage of hundreds of feet. Or is this Dunreed House? Dunreed Agent? Curran's wasting his time with those disappearances. Lady Webb is in charge of Hadrit House, but she rarely deals with anyone personally. Huh. Dunreed Agent Curran. This map shows the environs surrounding Defiance Bay. Flags mark strategic access points to the city. There are no secrets in Defiance Bay, not while we're around. Green. Some of these vintages are even older than Defiance Bay. Wow.
Of course.
Had to have that grain, son. This is where you'd expect to find like a treasure. Ticking. Scouting around. Dunreed Agent. The scrolls are wedged tightly in the shelves. Each has a name scrawled along the outside. We'll talk to Curran, I guess.
Welcome.
This Orland man is surrounded by books and scrolls. His wiry hair stands nearly on end, and his ears prick up as you approach. You carry whispers, Cadnua, Gilded Veil. Old voices indeed. What are you talking about? The Orland man grins, revealing a row of dagger-pointed teeth. As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carry the whiff of ancients. What else can you tell me? His ears twitch downward. Not as much as I would like, unfortunately. My duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. He regards a table piled with scrolls. What brings you to Dunreed Row? What are you so busy with? His small, furry hands gesture expansively at the papers before him. Hollowborn, growing unrest, and the ever-present political intrigues. With so many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concerns these days. Tell me more about your skills. I check for soul connections, looking for lost things, missing things, or troublesome things, particularly where people of power and influence are concerned. I'm a cipher. In Eric Lonfoth, we were once known as Brishalgwyn. Mind Hunters. Nice title, yes, but it wasn't until the Animancers began working with my kind 40 years ago that we truly understood our power. Now we make some of the best detectives in the world. Tracing souls, we can look at a person and see where they have been, or look at a weapon and see who has touched it. His nose twitches as he looks at you. Useful for solving crimes, as you can imagine. Looks as though you could use some help. Kern wags a clawed finger. Not at liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Dunreed Row ears only. Oh, 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Alright, we are back. A civilian would need the confidence of Lady Webb before I could share. Farewell. On the table. Oh, lots of shellings. Only we could get a hold of those shellings.
We'll keep to ourselves.
We may be able to, actually. If we come out here, we get Aloth. Let's come up here. Yeah, let's come in here first. Either these notes are written in code or the author's handwriting is atrocious. A group of notes speculate about the identity and location of a secret sect in Defiance Bay.
Consider it done.
Lockpick, 1 lockpick, wow. Must be a tough lock.
Give me a real challenge.
Oh, fine leather armor. Another lockpick, oh.
Give me a real challenge.
Level up, there it is. Hello, Mr. Dunreed agent. Lady Webb is in charge of Hadrid House, but she rarely deals with anyone personally. And from here we can grab... Ooh. Definitely some goodies. Is he going to stay there? Nope, he's leaving. 364 skates and a scroll of defense. No secrets, but Aloth.
Yes? I shall.
Ah. Come through. Okay. Gonna make a run for it here and see if this works like I think it does. Darn. Let's try again. Okay.
Aye?
Oh no, he's seen automatically. He has to be standing, looking
Indeed.
backwards. Look the other way, sir. Look the other way. I thought he does look the other way. Occasionally. But I guess not. Alright, let's continue exploring the area. Dunreed agents. We have to steal something from the weapon rack. Probably just a regular weapon. Oh no, it's a fine arbalest. It's worth 400. Affixed to the wall are leads in a case involving apparently a caravan that disappeared en route to New Hayamar. So we just need better stealth mechanic stats. And we just don't have the personnel just yet.
I'm here.
Aye?
Aloth is our highest skilled in the stat, but we're in the skill.
Indeed.
Let's see what would happen if you were to... Or did he get caught stealing? Yeah. They didn't attack though, which is weird. I don't know how that actually works. I did level up though,
Sure.
which is nice. I have to come up here again. Nobody's looking in this direction, though. I would think it'd be easier to hide, but it's just because our stat isn't very high in stealth. That is why we can't. Let's go upstairs. They'll probably kick us out, usher us out, but we'll give it a shot.
Light, flame.
Oh. The notes are scribbled in a cryptic shorthand. Ooh. 15 golden dukes. Nice. Goes up even further. $157 skates or pawns. No secret that we're finding anyway. 121 pawns. Probably because our mechanic skill or whatever isn't high enough. Pictures of all manner of folk are pinned to this board alongside notes scribbled in indecipherable shorthand. We need a proper key. Lots of intriguing locations in Defiance Bay that we're going to return to at some point later, apparently. 275 skates, dang. I wonder if there's like a crime system where you can go to jail and stuff like that. What's up with Webb? If Lady Webb wants to see you, she'll send for you. Excuse me. Alright, let's come down here and head up even further. Oh no, let's back down. The fancy double stair. Very good, very good. Search for Hadrit House.
Light, flame, and
Sagani, does your fox bite?
Yes.
Can I pet him anyway?
It's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
The marble is cool and perfectly smooth. Droplets of crystal clear water bead the statues. Animancers. Welcome to the finest animancy center in the Deerwood. Speak with Head Warden Ethelmore if you wish to make an appointment with one of our animancers. Sanitarium. Too many variables. Too many variables, says Nedia.
Good day to you.
A woman stands in the shade of the garden, muttering to herself. She's fixated on the pages of a large and well-worn tome, seemingly oblivious to the blooming flowers and the cool, fragrant breeze. She only looks up when your shadow crosses her page. Do you mind? I'm rather busy. What are you so busy with? She snaps her book shut. I'm studying soul attachment. We all know that souls move into people at birth and out of them at death, but we still have a lot of questions about what makes them stick, so to speak. What do you mean about making them stick? She brushes a stray lock from her forehead. Souls power bodies and give their tissues life, but only when they're firmly attached. It's separation that leads to a whole spate of soul-related ailments, including the Hollowborn. But if we understood how to reattach souls, we could end Widewind's legacy, maybe even conquer death. She scratches behind her ear. That's the theory anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the research I need to put it into practice. What exactly do you need? There's a manuscript called The Theorems of Pongram. It contains research from Pongram's experiments on detached souls. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rumored to have a copy in the Elder Archives.
Pongram's work is considered to be one of the more daring animancy texts. Not something generally circulated among novices, nor easy to get a hold of. I wonder if we might have a peck at it.
The theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda, the High Archivist, worships WoW, which means she has some paradoxical views on sharing and restricting knowledge. And since she's not exactly a proponent of animancy, she tends to restrict the kinds of information that would be useful to me. Maybe she could be persuaded. You're welcome to try, but you wouldn't be the first. She sighs. Oh, look at me spilling my troubles. It's kind of you to listen, but I should really get back to my work. Anything else? She looks eager to return to her studies. Tell me about yourself. I'm an animancer at the sanitarium. Currently, I'm researching matters related in Widewind's legacy. What's Widewind's legacy? Widewind's legacy refers to the rise in Hollowborn children in the Deerwood in recent years. Some have also connected it to so-called biowax that blow through Eric Lonfoth. There's hardly any reliable data on those, though, so I can't really comment. She sniffs. I don't care much for the term Widewind's legacy. It reeks of superstition, but it's too prevalent to change at this point. Personally, I'd like to see people take a more methodical approach to these matters, rather than throwing up their hands and blaming the gods. Don't think Deerwoodans would see too much fun in that. I have some questions about the theorems of Pongram. Such as? Tell me about the theorems of Pongram. Pongram was an animancer working in the Deerwood. He had some interesting theories about essence and some rather innovative techniques for studying it. He was able to reattach souls to bodies after death, although he wasn't able to prevent his patients from degenerating. He was controversial, to say the least, but many are starting to realize he was merely ahead of his time. What do you mean by degenerating? Degenerating. Nadine twists her hands together. Well, there seems to be a tiny problem with reattaching souls after death. The bodies will reanimate and may even retain memories and personality, but they develop hunger for flesh, living, soul-infused flesh. Without it, they start to devolve, decaying mentally and physically. If the process goes too far, which it eventually does, they become mindless corpses, attacking anything that moves. We haven't figured out a way to avoid that.
That is more than an inconvenient side effect. You've reproduced an unnatural curse with little to show for it.
That sounds like necromancy. Nonsense. Necromancy is magic. This is science. She emphasizes the last word. Why doesn't Grimda lend you the books you need? The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rather protective of its books, especially the rarer ones. And Grimda in particular, she hates animancy, thinks it's dangerous. I don't see how you can run the greatest library in the Deerwood and be so averse to the spread of knowledge and research, but I've never understood these religious types. Aloth scowls at the animancer. Some knowledge is best kept under lock and key. I'd like to know about the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. You'll find it in the Copper Lane district. It's dedicated to the God of Secrets and Revelations. Most importantly, it houses the largest and most expansive library in the Deerwood.
Well, that settles it. We simply must go see it, right?
What are the Elder Archives? The Elder Archives hold the rarest, most arcane, and most powerful texts in the Deerwood. Think of it as the inner sanctum of the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Needless to say, you need Grimda's permission to enter. That's all I wanted to ask. Anything else? She looks eager to return to her studies. I'll leave you alone. Farewell. Another new quest. Sanitarium. Just a car. The guard acknowledges your presence with a quick nod. We can get out of there. We can go to the sanitarium. These charming windows are reinforced with iron bars and a double thickness of glass. Rather than go in the sanitarium right now, let's come up the steps here.
I'm on the trail.
And see what's up here. Ark of the Goth. Let's see what he's about. Alright. You see a rocky clearing overgrown with weeds. A crumbling wall cuts through on one side, and the trees reach toward each other overhead, blocking much of the light that would otherwise illuminate the body lying near the wall. The body belongs to an elf face down in the dirt. His clothes are torn and ragged. Large bruises seem to cover him, and there are cuts, abrasions, and lacerations everywhere. Skin is exposed to the air. The elf twitches, a muffled cry escaping his lips, blowing dust around his head. He begins to moan, his hands scrabbling against the ground, fending off something you are unable to see. His breath comes faster and faster until he's almost hyperventilating. With one final sound, a swallowed scream, his eyes fly open. In an instant, he is on his feet, crouching, eyes wildly looking around. His breathing doesn't slow, and every exhalation is a groan. With one last look over his shoulder, the elf runs into the embrace of the crumbling wall's shadow, all but disappearing into the gloom. Looking down at his present condition, he murmurs, "I don't see how someone who so clearly screws his own livestock can be so sensitive about it." Oh my gosh. And this would be House Dominel. Oh, first fires. Fremont Manor, the sanitarium. Guess we could check out House Dominel.
I'll take a peek.
Wouldn't hurt to check it out. Dominel Dorman.
Hail and well night.
The burly guard eyes you warily. "I don't recognize you. What business do you have with House Dominel?" Tell me about House Dominel. "It's an old and respected family. Much of Defiance Bay's prosperity is due to Dominel business activities. Now, do you have any further business here?" "Farewell. I will see you out. I'm here to loot the place and kill anything that moves." Alright, so nothing going on with House
They'll
Dominel.
never know I'm here.
Shall we check the sanitarium? We do have a quest there. We check the journal. Oh, by the way, let's go to our kingdom thing, and see what we want to buy next. Upgrade the grounds further. Towers. Take 3 days and grant a perception bonus when resting at Bright Hollow. Also add security. South Curtain Wall. Protection of the Bailey from invaders coming from the south. 4 defense. 4 days it takes. West Curtain Wall provides the Bailey with protection from the west. Library grants a lore bonus. Countless volumes of ancient lore. Only 902 days for that. Barracks will allow you to employ hirelings to defend your stronghold during attacks. Let's probably buy that next. Adds also 3 security. Let's build a barracks. Upgrading the dungeons allow you to take prisoners. I want to get that soon too. Merchant stalls 1 day. Let's do a barracks. Adds 3 defense. We're at 10 and 10. 10 prestige. 10 security. We'll have the barracks. And that'll do for what we can purchase right now. Taxes collected. All earnings were lost to bandits. Oh, dang. That's interesting. We should have built something to help with that, but I guess the barracks may help. I don't know. We'll check it out. And as for the sanitarium, go to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Talk to Cyril. There we go. Voice from the past. Oh, it's an interesting one too. Dalton, the retired adventurer in Copper Lane. Been hearing the voice of Rowena, his lover and comrade who died at his side almost 60 years ago. In his dreams, she wanders the catacombs beneath the city. He's asked me to venture down there to search for her. I met Helig of Thane, a wizard who killed Rowena all those years ago. He claims to know where she is, but he demanded a favor from me. Helig wants me to retrieve his grimoire to settle an old debt. He's confident that it's been locked away by Moadred, an animancer at Brackenbury Sanitarium and Helig's old rival. One sec, guys.
Margwarin's fire casts light in dark places.
Just hear me out. With this procedure, her soul will be returned intact, more or less. More or less? Is that how you plan on presenting your idea to Ethelmore? Why not? Not good?
Not good.
Alright guys, this is probably going to wrap up the episode here. Let's see how long I've been playing. 46 minutes, so I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, as always. And I hope to see you guys next time. Next time, we'll check out the sanitarium, and we'll head back to Copper Lane, talk to Helig after we have his grimoire, and so on and so forth. So hope you join me for that. Also, PSA, if you guys want to become a member, and that would be awesome because it's a huge boost for my channel. The info is in the description of this video, plus the links to my Patreon and stuff. And shout out to my members. Love you guys. And that's about it, guys. So episode 54, a rousing success. Much more to come, I'm sure, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoy these long LPs. I don't know, the longer they go, if it still gets the kind of views that my other stuff gets, but I go by feel and what feels good to play, and that's about that. So see you in the next one. Be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. I think I said that already. All right, guys. Ciao for now.